So today it's raining. It is not abuse for horses to be working in the rain. When I'm driving my car to, say, Massachusetts or Pennsylvania or whatever, I'll always pass all these pastures with horses out there. And in like a thunderstorm, they're literally just standing there, no blanket, just eating or standing, not really running around. Don't usually see them running, not very often. And it's just like pouring, and that's what horses do. They are outdoor animals. They are out in all kinds of weather. Now, if it's really hard thunderstorm or something, I don't even want to be out here, so I probably won't be, but unless the city is suspending us because it's like an actual, hurricane or something, we can be out here. The horses, as I've mentioned in other videos, my horse is sneezing back there. My horse, as I mentioned in other videos, our horses will only wear a rain blanket if it's raining or snowing, if it is 55 degrees Fahrenheit or below. Today it's about 60, 65 or so. So we are not putting them in a blanket. They will get way too sweaty and hot. They don't need that. Their coat is designed to keep them warm. They're not going to catch a chill. They will get a little wet and then they'll dry off. I mean, it's not a big deal. And if I'm scheduled to work a whole week and one day looks kind of rainy, I probably will skip that day. But if it's going to rain the entire week, I'm not just going to keep my horse in a whole week. That's not good for them. And I'm not just going to not work a whole week. Obviously, if the weather is that severe and there's a huge snowstorm or something, we're going to have to. But if that never really happens for an entire week anyway. Usually you can get the horses out for at least some of the day if something like that happens.
And also, you can hand walk your horse if you do get a suspension for an extended period of time. You can get them a little exercise, not quite the same as them working on the carriage, but you do whatever you have to do if there is a prolonged amount of time where you really can't be out there. But anytime you can be out there, you want to be out there. Sometimes we don't always know when it's going to rain. The weather can be really unpredictable, so sometimes it says it's not going to rain, you go out, and it does. Sometimes it says that it's going to rain, and you don't work, and you waste a whole day because it didn't rain. So we'll have to, kind of work around that. Sometimes it's only going to rain for part of the day. So maybe you'll start a little late or, go in a little early. Maybe it happens in the middle of the day or the rain is on and off. You're not going to be coming and going in and out of the stable, going to the park and back and forth. And you're just not going to do that when there's absolutely nothing wrong with being in some rain.
As I've mentioned before, again, it's really expensive to have a horse, especially in the city, and any day that you can earn a little bit of the income that covers that horse's hay and, hoof trimmings and vet care and the cost of boarding them at a stable and all of that, you do want to get out there and get your horse, the money that they need to earn a living, for themselves. In addition to our own lives, we have our own rent and bills and, families to care for and all of that. So that's all part of it. As long as you're, doing things that are safe and within the law, there's no reason you should just skip out on work. Horses like to work. It's good for them. It's not great to leave them in for too long. And nothing wrong with a rainy day aside from I don't prefer to be standing in the rain, but my horse is an outdoor animal, so not a big deal for him.